Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing tonight? So we are just starting off these sprints. I have a couple guests, and there's one or two possibly coming a little bit later. But let us know what you guys are all reading for Once Upon a Readathon, what step you are on, what prompt you're trying to fulfill. But Rye, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, and then Kristen?
Yeah, so hi, I'm Rye from Rye's Reading Corner, and I am reading The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. I'm almost done. I'm on the last story in here, so I have about a little less than 100 pages left in here, so I'm really liking it so far.
Awesome. What about you, Kristen?
I'm Kristen from Kristen Craze Books, and I'm starting Pinch. It is my last book for the readathon.
Oh,
I have to do a
nice.
poll. I'll have to do a poll eventually, but yeah, this is like a villain origin story apparently, so I thought it was perfect. Yeah, but
Awesome.
I haven't read anything yet. Just starting.
Awesome. I am actually reading the Throne of Glass series for the first time too, but I'm actually starting
Ooh.
with Throne of Glass, and I'm about a third of the way through, and I'm really enjoying it. But I'm reading it on my Kindle,
What is that dot there for?
and then
What is that?
I just started Daughter of the Moon Goddess today as well.
Oh, I have that. I've been wanting to read that one for
I
a
love
long
that
time.
book.
Yeah, I'm
I loved
enjoying
it.
it. I was listening to the audiobook while I was running errands today. I went to my library had their book sale today. So I went to that, and I had to drop off stuff to Goodwill and get all the Thanksgiving groceries and everything like that. So I was listening to this today, and I got actually 70 pages read just in the car in between my errands, which was pretty nice. And I'm really
Oh,
enjoying this one, but I think I'm going to read Throne of Glass tonight on my Kindle. I'm really enjoying it. I was going to do Assassin's Blade first because I know a lot of people say to read that first, but my friend Abby Salter has very similar reading taste to me, and she said for me to start with Throne of Glass. So I went with that, and I'm actually really enjoying it. I think it works more for me because I don't like short stories. So
mm.
I want to kind of get into the series, and then I'll be able to be interested in the backstory, if that makes sense.
I was nervous, but they ended up all the stories follow like the same plot line pretty much.
Okay.
So they're different like travels kind of or journeys, but so I was expecting like one story to be like that and then move on to something else, but it's nice because they literally all follow like the same plot line.
Huh.
They're just different characters are like they're like mini journeys.
Right.
But like
Yeah.
even like it's cool. I'm liking it. It's interesting. It's not what I expected. I was surprised.
Is it like a prequel? I don't know anything about that one because I haven't read.
It's a prequel of short stories, right?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I've been like, yeah, I think people go back and forth of which ones to read like first or whatever. So this one's like 5 short stories, and the characters throughout this, I guess, are introduced throughout the rest of the series, I guess. But it does follow. It's nice. They're all connected, which I didn't think that they were gonna be, but it's great. Like the main character is the same in all of them, and it's all
Yeah.
the same kind of like story. It's kind of
I was
cool.
really nervous because I don't read that much young adult anymore, but I love
Mm-hmm.
Sarah J. Maas. So,
Yeah.
and I know too that like ACOTAR started out in the young adult section, and I just went into it knowing it's gonna be like very YA-ish, especially in the beginning, but I'm actually really having a fun time with it. So
Mm-hmm.
you're liking it, right?
I'm loving it. Like I'm contemplating what to read next, and I was gonna go on to Mistakes Were Made, but at the same time, I'm like debating: do I want to just jump into Throne of Glass? Like I don't know which one I want to do yet.
Right.
I just read Mistakes Were Made. It was good.
I'm
Oh,
so excited to read that
It's
one.
super steamy. It's super steamy.
oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Say less. Hi everyone. Currently reading or watching Disenchanted. I saw this pop up on Disney. Is this
I forgot about
on
that.
Disney Plus? This is a new.
It's like Enchanted, like a sequel to that with Amy
Oh,
Adams
okay.
and
Hello.
forget his
Gotcha.
name. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Lexi's supposed to be joining us in a little bit. In the longest drive through line for Taco Bell. Yeah, I'm sorry, but also, what are you ordering? I was reading Tamora Pierce yesterday. Tonight, it's Death Mask's book 5 in Dresden. Okay, cool. Good evening. Very formal. Reading Things We Never Got Over, last book for Once Upon a Readathon. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, Daughter of the Moon Goddess is for the 5th step for me, and then I still have to like pick up a few like stray prompts.
Are you finding that reads like YA? Because I know it's adult. But
it is feeling quite YA, yes.
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
But I'm also really enjoying that too.
I
I
loved it.
think I'm not usually like this, but I just read Daughter of the Forest, which is very slow-paced, intense, dark fantasy romance. And so I think I'm in the mood for like a light, fast-paced, plot-driven fantasy kind of thing. So it's working for me. Both of them are really working for me right now. Everything I'm reading does not work for the readathon. Oh, I'm sorry. But I'm reading Valleys, Vehicles, and Victims by Tanya Caps. Is it Caps? Caps? And I want to start My Boyfriend is a Bear by Palm Ribbon. I've never heard of either of those. But I hope you enjoy them. Just finished It Ends With Us about 30 minutes ago, taking a little break before starting another. How did you like it? I have not read the first one, but I don't read a ton of contemporary romance. Hey, Lexi.
Hi, I don't think you saw my Instagram message. Food just like took forever to cook for some reason, so sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. You are totally good. What are you reading?
I just finished All Good People Here, which is a thriller, and I'm gonna film for the first sprint or two, so I don't know if I'm gonna get to reading tonight.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm also watching Friends. It started just with like, HBO had a like list for like Thanksgiving stuff, and it was like all the Thanksgiving Friends episodes, and then it became okay, let's just continue and watch like all the episodes from season 2 because
That makes sense.
Yeah. And I'm also playing Tony Hawk on my I just got a Switch.
Ooh.
And it's kind of become
nice.
I have a Switch Lite. My husband has the like the full it starts with an O, like the big one.
Yeah.
And I thought I was gonna do it for cozy gaming, and we ended up just on a whim picking up Tony Hawk and adding it. And it's all I want to do now.
I used to play that like back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed. And we've been playing it every night together. And it's been like a really fun thing for us to do together because we kind of go back and forth with different hobbies we do together. But this has become like the new kind of thing. It's nice. It's fun. And then I kind of like, but I have my own separate account that I play with during the day because I have to like catch up to the levels we meet the previous night. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like we're on his, and then I have to like try to catch up. Yeah. But it's been fun.
Good.
If you guys have a Switch, let me know like what you guys play.
I personally play Animal Crossing, and that's mostly it. I haven't played in a while. I should get back into it because that is great to do with audiobooks.
Yes.
But
I have Animal Crossing and then Harvestella, and Harvestella is like similar, but it's like it feels almost like if Animal Crossing were to mix with Final Fantasy.
Interesting. There's a horror game that I want to get on the Switch, but Adam is too scared to play it with me, and I want to play it with him. So,
what is it?
I'll look it up. I can't remember, but I will let you know.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of sales for Black Friday on there.
Yeah.
Keep a lookout.
Really, really short books with maps. Well, Katie, I mean, it depends on what you read. If you want some smut, Katie Roberts books, her like monster series has maps in it. Dragon's Bride and Kraken's Sacrifice. Other than that, I know there are like if there's like I don't know like novellas within a series.
I'm not the person to ask about map books.
No, me neither.
We'll come back to you on that. And if anyone in the chat has any ideas for super, super short books that also have maps.
I feel like it's such a tough combo because usually maps are in like a longer fantasy book. So I can do like a lot of shorter books. Like I don't think like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wasn't when I made these, I wasn't making for everyone to meet every single prompt, right? You're just like, so it's
I'm just ignoring
trying to
them.
get hard too, but also mood readable, so you can pick which prompts.
Yeah, I read Violet Made of Thorns for that one. I don't know if it's short, but it's YA fantasy. It read fast.
Okay.
It had a nice map in it.
That's an option. I'm trying to, yeah.
I honestly can't think of a single book with a map in it.
Really?
I can think of some, but not that are short.
I'm sure lots have maps. I just forget.
Yeah. Yeah, but if anyone in the chat has any ideas, let us know. The only book I'd be interested in with a map is Game of Thrones, and I want to read it for a different stage. Okay. Tamara Pierce Song of the Lioness series. It's YA. Okay, I'm thinking that was for Book with a Map. Maybe.
I think the selection series might have
Starts
one.
With Us. It Starts With Us.
Yeah, that's my guess.
Yeah.
The selection series might have a map, and like they look longer, but they're YA and they read so fast, and the audiobooks are really quick too. So that I don't know. Don't quote me if they have I haven't opened the book in a while. Like
I think a lot of YA fantasy reads really fast and has maps in it. So they may be like 350 pages or something like that. So my thinking is when you said a really short book is like novella. Also, maybe some graphic novels, possibly.
Oh, that might be a good option.
I'm wondering if any, because there's a lot of fantasy graphic novels out there. I don't think I was thinking about Monstrous. I don't think Monstrous has one though. Trying to finish Secluded Cabin Sleeps 6 tonight. I was very interested in that. I remember when that was
want that one.
Yeah, I got upset because I wanted to get it in my book of the month, and it was not my book of the month that month, and I was like, so I skipped because I was like, there's nothing else. But actually, I guess I could have like put more thought into it, but the second I didn't see it, I was like, fine, skip. I heard it has a trigger I really don't like to read. I'm not sure which book that one is. Light in the Flame, 10% left. Awesome. You should be able to finish that tonight, hopefully. My one I am reading for the Readathon, City of Brass. Ooh, I hope you like it. Almost done, finished tomorrow. But I'm not sure what I want to read. Book of Night or The Woman in the Purple Shirt. What is The Woman in the Purple Shirt?
I haven't heard of that one.
I
haven't heard that one before.
I've heard of Book of Night. I do know that a lot of people were a little disappointed, thinking I think it was going to be more adult than it was, maybe. But I haven't read it. I have actually never read anything by Holly. Was it Holly Black?
Yeah.
I like the cover.
I love the cover series.
Pretty cover. Ordered everything
from Bear Loop, but I probably won't get to.
Ooh, yum. Family chose. I'm not sure. I'll regret it. I'm still gonna eat it. I love the cheesy gordita crunch and the nachos. Don't make me order this tonight.
Nacho fries from Taco Bell or my life.
It's that time of month too. So like I'm always like 90% more likely to order Taco Bell during the time, like my time. You know? It's my okay, let's talk about this. Okay. So when I was a little kid, I liked Taco Bell. Okay. And I would get really bad stomach flus really easily. So I was actually sick quite often. And there was one time that I was so sick and I wouldn't eat, and I hadn't eaten for days. Barely anything. And I wouldn't eat any of my favorites at home, like no grilled cheese, like no nothing. Like I just wouldn't eat. And like my mom took me to Taco Bell and I ate 2 whole bean burritos. And I think it was like 7 years old or something. I don't know. Anyway, my mom was like, "Oh, Taco Bell cured you." Whatever. Ever since then, every time I am sick, I get Taco Bell. Anytime I am like feeling sad or anything like that, I'm like Taco Bell. It is my 100% cure all like emotional support food.
I didn't have Taco Bell until I was like 19 or 20.
I mean, it's not healthy.
I won't eat
Kristen does
Taco
have
Bell.
Taco Bell.
I don't eat the meat.
I don't eat their beef, yeah.
I get everything vegetarian.
I'll eat their chicken, but it's not the best.
I'll never forget, like they've upgraded their meat book. I'll never forget when I was like maybe middle school or high school, they came out saying that the meat that they used was
Grade
like
D.
only one above grade of like dog food, and I was like,
Yeah.
I can't. Granted, I never ate it before then, and I was like, I know that they've changed it and updated it since then, but I still couldn't. I couldn't do it.
I don't even think their beef tastes good. Like
No,
I've
I
tried
don't like it.
and it's
Mm-mm.
just like it's not.
I
It's
just
not.
don't. And especially now they have black bean option too.
Mhm.
And their black beans are actually pretty good. I like their black beans.
I could just go and get like 4 orders of nacho fries, and that would be my dinner.
I've never had their fries.
Oh, they're so good. They're the ones that are like limited, so they bring them back every once in a while.
Right.
And that's pretty much the only time I eat Taco Bell.
Animal Crossing. Yeah, I mean here's the thing though. I thought because it was such a simple game, it was going to be so inexpensive. I was like, oh, it's probably one of those like $30, like $20, $30 game. No, it was like $50.
No.
I love that you guys play video games together. My hubby hates them, but I play online with my brother, so that's nice. To keep in touch with your brother still and play that way. That's cool. My husband loves video games, but neither of us are like big players of them. We actually didn't have a console or anything for years. It's never been like a big thing. So it's a new thing. And I'm like worried because I'm like, I don't want the kids to be getting video game obsessed. I don't know. Oopsies. The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. Awesome. That book looks really good too. Team Witches. Y'all are gaining on Team Wolves. Who was the last two? I can't remember. But y'all gained on them a lot. So
When did you calculate the rankings? I know it was yesterday, but do you know like when?
Yesterday morning.
Oh, because I added like 4 books for like I forgot to track anything, and then yesterday I was like, ooh, and I went through and added a bunch of stuff. So
yeah, so the ranking stayed about like technically the same, but the percentages changed drastically. So the fairy godmothers are still winning, but they were killing everyone, and now they're like literally neck and neck with the princesses, and then the wolves and witches are neck and neck too.
I'm on princesses, and I added I think 4 books yesterday in the afternoon.
Oopsies. Those books have okay. Awesome. And those are pretty quick too. 6 of Crows, yeah. Normally read romance, especially dark romance. So the map prompt is going to be Katie Robert. Then, if you want to try out, if you haven't read any of the Dark Olympus, maybe, because that's basically dark contemporary romance, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
From what I've never read it, but from what I've heard.
The ones I read for that prompt were Fable by Adrienne Young, City We Became, awesome, Daisy Darker. Thanks.
Oh, I didn't know Daisy Darker had a map.
In like 2014? Or when you were 14? Either way, how dare you? Stardew Valley. Yes, I've heard a lot of people talk about that book.
I also think The Girl's Guide to Murder has maps in it too. If you're looking for something that's not fantasy, because I think it has maps when they're I think.
I can look.
Don't quote me on it, but there's a good chance that it. it could have maps maybe.
Please
Caramel
hold.
series is also really fast paced. That's a YA fantasy romance, and that one has maps. But I think I read each of those books in like a day.
Yep, there's a map in A Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
Okay, my
Oh,
brain. It's been a while. And
Nice.
then there's a Karen McManus YA thriller. I think it is One of Us is no, not One of Us is Lying. Two Can Keep a Secret, something like that. And I really actually it's one of my favorite Karen McManus books, and I'm pretty sure that has a map on it as well. So
another thriller that has a map is Such a Quiet Place by Megan Miranda.
Oh,
Interesting.
There's a map
thanks
of the
for looking,
neighborhood in that
Lexi.
one.
of course.
I really like that book. I gave it 4 stars, and it has like a map of the neighborhood in there. It all takes place on this like kind of almost like a cul-de-sac. It's not actually a cul-de-sac, but the same kind of thing, you know. 2 years ago, we moved and started getting Taco Bell all the time. I love it now. Yeah, I used to live my apartment complex used to be like right next door to a Taco Bell too, and like it's dangerous. My husband and I had our first date at Taco Bell. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That is so awesome. White Horse, beef chalupas with nacho cheese. Y'all are making me hungry.
And I'm hungry too.
I would like to get a Switch, but the only games I could see myself getting are Pokemon, Animal Crossing. My husband got one of the Pokemon. I don't know which one.
Was it the
Disney
new one?
game.
Like, there's one that just came out.
Yeah,
That's
just today.
what I
I
was
think.
doing downstairs.
I know a lot of people really like the Disney game.
Yeah, Dreamlight Valley. That's what I'm playing right now.
Oh, okay. How are you
Yeah.
liking it?
I love it. I love it. If you're into Disney at all, you have to.
Right.
I heard that's
I like-
coming out for free next year.
I think it is.
So
Okay.
I'll just wait. Yeah, you can pay to play it now, or you can wait, and it's free next year.
Oh, I shall wait.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Oh, especially just because I did just buy a few games, so it's like I've got so much to hold me
Yeah.
through. I don't.
Yeah.
Team Witches. When I was growing up, after I had a stomach bug, my mom would get me a cheeseburger and a chocolate shake from McDonald's. That's still what I want after I've been sick. See, yeah, it's like that. What's that word? It's sentimental. Is that the word? Yeah. Team Princesses. Woot woot. Oh, when you were 14. Okay. Hello. Edgewood by Kristen. I'm not going to say that. Or The House Next Door by Darcy Coates.
Is Edgewood the Nutcracker retelling? I think it's like a.
I think that one is Midnight in Everwood.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. I'm gonna look it up now. What Edgewood is now? I'm confused.
And then there was one book that kind of the cover reminded me of that, and it came out in the UK, and it actually took almost a whole year to come out in the US after it came out in the UK. It was like by Alexis Bell, I think, and that like really reminded me of that. I'm sorry, it's completely separate and not the same book. But it made me think about that.
I do have Edgewood too, so I'm curious what your thoughts would be on Carrie. So I bought that one.
I would unhaul if I owned it. Oh, this was It Starts With Us. Okay. Maybe not It Starts With Us. I'm not sure. So we should probably start sprinting because we've been chatting for a while. I'm gonna go ahead and do you guys want to start out kind of short-ish and do just till like the top of the hour?
Sure.
Yeah, doesn't matter. It's fine.
So let's just go ahead and do that, and then we'll do like two or so more like longer ones after that. But I can't math right now, so that's just gonna make my life easier. So we will see everyone at the top of the hour. How did everybody do?
I really honestly just read for the last 10 minutes. I had to Grayson's finally going to bed. He was bringing up Christmas decorations for tomorrow. So I just kind of was talking with him, and then my mom called and stuff. So, but he's going to bed, so I'll be able to actually read.
How about you, Kristen?
I read 47 pages, and I'm
Wow.
still on chapter 1. Long chapters. This whole book is 8 chapters.
What book is it again?
It's Hench. It's called. It's like she has data analysis for villains, super villains. It's kind of fun.
I just got that.
Did you? I found it
Yeah.
for $5. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. The writing's fun, but it's a lot of dialogue. So it reads fast.
Is it like fantasy or thriller or?
I was looking it up on Goodreads, and it says in 2020 it was nominated for Best Science Fiction.
Oh, sci-fi. Okay.
Oh,
So maybe like a sci-fi thriller kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. How about you, Lexi?
I just ate and hung out, and kind of just sat around. I'm gonna film on the next one though.
I read a little bit. I read 12 pages. And then I played some Tony Hawk, and I'm watching Friends. So I didn't really get much done.
What episode of Friends?
Let us know in the chat how you did. Oh, okay. What 3 books are you reading right now? Hey. Okay. The Light After War. I don't think I've heard of that. But I hope you have fun with your friends. Just joining. I need to finish reading One Dark Window by Rachel Gillick. Hello. Oh, nice. Awesome. Finishing A Man Called Ove.
I think it's Ove.
Ove. I've heard people say it both ways.
Oh, okay. Then we'll start Only a Monster for step 3. Nice. 20 pages, 40 pages left. Awesome. Progress. 61%. Didn't read, looking through Goodreads Choice Awards, trying to decide if I need to read any of the books I haven't read yet. Yeah, I was thinking about trying to read some of them first, but I don't know if it's going to happen. Well, I guess I'm reading Daughter of the Moon Goddess, and that is one of the nominees for fantasy. But I was wanting to read Legends and Lattes and possibly Babel, but I don't think it's going to happen before
a lot of time. Yeah,
there's only 8 days.
Yeah.
Maybe do it once they're picked the final, the actual top 10. Because you're just the nominees, so it's gonna get narrowed down.
Oh.
So these are so these are the first round. And then the top is I don't know how many it is exactly, but then those are the ones that are the solidified ones to vote on to win.
Okay. So I have time. Just joined. I'll be reading Spells for Forgetting. I know a lot of people have been reading that. Was that a book of the month?
It was an add-on.
Okay.
It's Fairy Loot too.
I
think it was for adult Fairy Loot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I am enjoying Throne of Glass. I'm kind of interested to see where things are going to go, because I know there's going to be a romance in there, but I think I've heard she does kind of her SJM thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of okay, well, who's the first one and who's going to be the second one? Kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't read, but I know enough.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
I've watched enough vlogs of other people reading them to know.
Yeah. So I'm kind of very curious, but it's fun so far. It's starting with a competition too. So I love a fantasy romance that has a competition in it.
I do too.
It's
it's
fantastic.
fun. So I'm having a good time with that. But anyway, what did you eat, Lexi?
I had like it was like one of those crescent roll things you can get like in a can.
Yeah.
I had those with like they were like pizza ones. So like I
Oh,
put
cool.
pepperoni and cheese and pizza sauce inside.
Ooh.
It was really good, but it just like took way longer to cook than I expected it to. Like it's very quick, but I just needed a couple minutes. I didn't want to eat raw dough.
I
So
don't blame you.
Yeah, that sounds yummy though.
yeah, it was good. And then some waffle fries.
Ooh,
Hmm.
nice. Um, I've been like snacking. I just got like a rotisserie chicken for the boys, and I've been really bad about taking care of myself, especially coming up to Thanksgiving. I know I'm going to be doing a bunch of cooking, so I just don't want to cook
Mhm.
at all.
Don't blame you.
Ova. Uva? Oh,
Uva.
huh. I do audiobook for translated to learn the correct pronunciations. Got it. Awesome. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know if it was. I guess I'll see if it's too. Was it too loud for you guys?
Hmm.
Okay. Um. Nice. Ham potato, Domino's pizza. Ooh. Y'all just keep making me hungry. I need to eat something eventually.
Taco Bell.
I know, right? Don't
I
tempt
told
me.
them I want French fries. It was like Grayson and Norma had a birthday party, and so like we kind of ate like we had like a piece of pizza there. It was like at a weird time, so like now I'm hungry for like dinner at 8 o'clock at night when
Right.
because we ate pizza and cake at the party at like 3:30. So it was like a weird time. So but now I'm starving.
What kind of cake?
It was the vanilla cake. It was just, but it was good. It was a basic cake.
Okay, cool. Like the ambience, instrumental music playing, and liked having the thunder and rain kind of behind that. Awesome. Good. Yeah, I like thunder and rain sounds. They really like get me feeling cozy and just wanting to read.
Mhm.
I even used to listen to thunder and rain sounds just like in bed to fall asleep to, but now I listen to it's kind of like white noise kind of thing on what is that app? It's like the Calm app.
Oh yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
Grayson uses to go to bed every night. He uses the stories, like the stories that they tell, and that's what he goes to bed to every night.
I don't have the paid one, but if you just download it, there are like a few basic noises that you can do, and it's the
Okay.
one I listen to is the what is this? It looks like it's like
Oh,
the
cool.
Northern Lights, and it's just basically like white noise, fuzzy sounds.
And we ended up paying for Grayson. It was like life changing. Like he goes to bed in like 2 seconds
Nice.
because of it.
We
Yeah.
usually just read to them, but
hmm
um that would be nice to do like kind of before that too, just to kind of calm them down. They have some on YouTube too.
Yeah, we read a book and then he puts a story on and he just listens to it. Like the voice is so calming. It's like puts me like if I'm getting him to bed or something, like that almost puts me to sleep. Like
That's
it's so
awesome.
calming. hmm
Secret Society. Oh, this is the 3 books. Okay. Secret Society of Regular Witches, Angelica Frankenstein, Meets Her Match, and Actar. Oh, those are some good ones. I really want to read the Secret Society of Irregular Witches.
It was cute.
Me too.
Oh, cool. Good. Yeah. Trying to finish the Halloween books by Thanksgiving. I feel like a lot of people are going through that. Like all of like the leftover spooky season stuff, just kind of like because you try to fit in as much as you can, right? Like you're trying to fit in so much in October and you're never going to. So I know a lot of people are going through that. Hey, how are you doing, Bree? Currently doing one more sprint on my channel. Awesome. Well, thank you for stopping by. Hi, Bowser.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard that thump, but he hit his head under my desk and then ran away.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He's so cute. Sleep with Me podcast. Oh, a nonsense story that your brain will tune out. It's so easy to fall asleep to. Awesome. I'll have to keep that in mind. Because I definitely have trouble falling asleep often. Do you guys want to do a till 50?
Sure.
Okay. So we will go ahead and sprint until 50, and we will reconvene in, I guess that's 40 minutes. I guess it was time for a commercial. The music was awkward though. It was like, what?
It scared me.
How did you guys do?
I read 25 pages.
Nice.
I'm getting close.
Oh, that's a big book.
Almost done.
400.
Yeah.
How many more pages do you have left?
I think it ends on. Let's take a look. I'm close. I want to say there's like all these extra things in here, so I don't even know exactly what
Your
page
nails are
it
gorgeous.
ends on. 435, and I'm on 390. So
Show us your nails. Oh my god. Those are
I'll
beautiful.
miss the light brown too.
I've tried to do like the acrylics and stuff like that. And it's hard with little kids, you know? I don't know how. Are yours acrylics or are they just those?
They're acrylics.
But you get them done like professionally.
Yeah, I don't get.
Okay.
Yeah, I go get them done.
Yeah.
Every couple weeks.
I love the look of it. I'm just like,
it's an expensive habit.
How'd you do, Kristen?
I am on page 100, so I just got to chapter 3. It reads really, really fast, and I downloaded the audiobook from Scribd, so that helps.
Nice. How are you liking
really
it?
It's different than what I thought. She's like has a blog and she's a Patreon talking about like exposing superheroes. It's kind of interesting.
Oh, so it's kind of like she's like a social media influencer.
Yeah, and she's like doing all the numbers on how many lives they've lost and how much it costs to like repair all the damages they cause and stuff. It's kind of interesting.
Sounds cool. How'd you do, Lexi?
I filmed my video and that pretty much took the whole time.
Nice.
That makes sense.
I need to film a video, but I'm like the YouTuber I am is, I haven't posted in 2 days. I should probably film, edit, and upload. That's what I do. So I still have nothing filmed for my next video.
My video's been stuck at 91% for like the last hour.
Oh,
What
I
is
hate that?
My video that I'm uploading on YouTube right now.
Are you doing it on your phone or your computer?
My computer.
It's so when that happens, I usually upload from my phone. Actually, the first video I ever edited from my computer was my recent one. But until then, whenever I had issues uploading, all I would do, like, I would restart my phone and it would fix the problem.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had this happen. Like, it's so close to being done. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. Yesterday, I posted a video and it was almost 3 hours for the HD version to process.
That's
that's happened to me.
Yeah, that's the longest it's ever taken. And I was like,
wait, what do you upload on? Like 1080?
I don't remember.
I have no idea.
I do 720 because my internet is so slow here.
See, I never usually have issues. Last time my other video took a while to upload.
Yeah, Michelle was saying she's been having issues recently too, so it might just be YouTube is like.
Yeah, I think YouTube struggles sometimes.
It's obnoxious.
Ryan, what do you upload on? Like what?
I have a Mac.
No, I'm sorry. Like, do you know the numbers when you're uploading like 720, 10?
Oh, I have no idea, to be completely.
Then there's like the 4 one.
Whatever
like
iMovie exports it as, that's what I do. I have no idea.
I think mine is 1080.
I think it's 1080 too, and I usually have no problems.
I've tried in the past with 1080, but it takes like 3 times longer. Like instead of taking between an hour and 4 hours, it takes between like 4 and 12 hours.
Wow. The thing is, YouTube automatically puts it at like 4 something.
Not
4K, it's like the lowest resolution possible.
It's like 320 or something.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about for when after I'm done editing and I save it.
Yeah.
To my thing.
Yeah, but like even if you upload it at a higher quality, you like to watch it in that higher quality, the like viewer has to change it.
Okay. Well, I don't feel so bad. I'm like, honestly, do you need to see my pores?
No, I don't really notice. I don't
No,
I don't think I watch on
What are you watching
1080.
my video for? Because if you're watching my video for my pores,
Yeah. I haven't looked at your videos and been like, wow, she should fix the quality.
No,
So
me
Yeah,
neither.
no.
thank you. The only thing I had issues with was the sound, which is why I recently changed to editing on my computer, because you cannot get rid of the background noise, which creates that kind of like reverb effect on the iPhone movie app, like on the app on my phone. But on iMovie on computer, you have way more sound editing options. So, and we have hardwood throughout. So I noticed a huge difference when I did that. So it takes so much longer for me on the computer to edit. So I think I might this is like way too in depth. I'm sorry. But I think I think I might actually edit on my computer just like the sound quality and then send it back to my iPhone to do the rest of the editing.
Makes sense.
would it make more sense to edit it all on your phone and then upload it to iMovie and then just do the sound of the stuff
That's another.
Yeah.
because that might take out some extra like
That's
sound
actually
stuff
like in
you
reverse.
yeah.
That's actually a good idea. I'll do Thank you, Lexi.
Of course.
Using your brains. I've been trying to figure out like how I'm going to do this, because the thing about BookTube that has made everything really easy for me to edit and upload frequently has honestly been filming and editing on my phone.
I like that.
So
I do too.
I want to keep it super simple so that I don't feel an obstacle to creating content.
Mm-hmm.
So
I used to edit on my phone. It wasn't bad.
I prefer it. I used to have a different channel and with a whole different thing going on, not BookTube related. And I stopped doing it because it was so complicated. And when I started BookTube, I was doing it just for fun. So I was literally filming and editing on my phone. And it was so easy that it kept being fun for me. And I don't want to get rid of that. I don't want to lose that ease of creation to where I have this big struggle and stress to upload. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get rid of that.
Yeah, because if it feels like a chore, you're just gonna end up stop doing it.
Exactly. And I don't want to. I'm really enjoying it. So I'd prefer to honestly just keep editing on my phone, but the sound is an issue. So just joined eating dinner, fried chicken. Speaking my language.
Glazed apples. Sounds good.
Sounds delicious. Late, that's just fine. We're still doing, I'm gonna say one more sprint. So we're still gonna be here for a little bit. But thank you for coming. Another 12 pages, eating dinner. Awesome. Gallows Hill, nice. Everyone's reading that, and honestly, that's one of my top priority like horror books to read because it's set at a vineyard, and I love that. I think that's really cool, and I want to read that.
It's good.
That was nominated for the Goodreads, right?
Their favorite, huh?
Was that nominated for the Goodreads?
It was.
Resource. It was.
And it was so funny because like Lala was talking about how she had never heard of Darcy Coates. I was like, what?
But she has. She's talked about Darcy Coates in her video before.
Or maybe it was that she hadn't heard of the book, but
maybe that, yeah. Because I remember her almost reading something. Oh, I think she almost read Ashburn House.
She was very surprised by it being on the list. When
I was too, honestly.
Yeah, when I was on her, because I'm a member of her, like her members or whatever, and we were doing, she did a members video where she live streamed her reactions to all of the nominees, and she was super surprised.
Yeah.
I love how she does like that whole end of the year Goodreads vlog that she does every year.
Mhm.
That is honestly like one of my favorite videos to watch of the year. Every year. I look forward to it. It's so cool.
They're fun.
Lexi, I feel like you have the same kind of content as her in terms of the kind of content, if that makes sense. Like,
Thank you. That's a compliment.
huh?
So thank you. That was a big compliment.
Well, and yes, and because you do very themed, like, let's look at the data or let's look at these things and do a vlog based on it, which is very similar to hers, and I love it. I could not do that because I would get so stressed because I'm such a mood reader. I couldn't do that, but
Yeah,
I
I'm not a mood
love to
reader.
watch it.
I'll just pick up whatever I need to read next.
Yeah, but
I
yeah,
wish I was like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
I love it.
And like I'm definitely not doing it just for content. Like that's just who I am. So it makes it easy for me to put out the kind of videos I want to make because like I can just read whatever book needs to be done next.
But I really love it because I'm like, I was thinking, I was like, well, maybe I'll do a like reading fantasy standalones from the Goodreads list. Or maybe I'll do this or that. And I'm like, oh, I can only really push myself to do 1, max 2 vlogs a month.
Mhm.
It's a struggle for me. And the one that I generally prioritize is my taste test of another booktuber.
Mhm.
And so it's kind of hard for me, but I want to do it because I love the idea of it and I love to watch them. But it's one of those things where I don't always love to create it too many. Like a couple is good, but if I have too many going on or too much of that going on in the month, it stresses me out. So I enjoy 1 or 2 a month, but max past that, and it's like,
I'm
stressful.
currently working on 7 vlogs.
I couldn't do that.
That's not organized enough, I don't think.
That's less than you had before. At one point, you
I had
had
9
like
or 10 at
12.
one point. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why I'm like this, but well, sometimes like I base a lot of it on when my holds like are going to be returned from the library.
Right.
So
Mhm.
I will just like put things on hold, and whenever it comes in, then I'll try to fit it in. And then whatever video it goes in, I'll just put it in.
Right.
And
Makes sense.
yeah.
For like, I have really bad GAD, anxiety disorder. And so if there are two, like, I already have so many moving parts with like the toddlers and stuff that if there's too many moving parts like that in my brain, it's too much for me. But I
Yeah.
wish
Well, like, so I edit on my phone, and this is my editing app, and I can film it and then just immediately put it into whichever video it belongs in. So I don't have to go through and figure out what belongs in what video. I don't have to do any of that. I just film it and immediately put it in there. So it doesn't feel like it's an ongoing task that's like bothering me because I
Right.
know it's already together.
It works for how your brain works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend that people usually work on 7 blogs at one time.
Yeah, it's something that I would not be able to do, but I freaking love your vlogs.
It adds variety.
It's awesome. 63 of Edgewood liking it, but there are issues that could be amazing. Okay. So I guess I didn't say what I read.
No, you didn't.
I didn't read. So I am currently reading Throne of Glass. I'm about a third of the way through Throne of Glass, and that's actually my first read. I've never read that series before. And I'm also reading Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sulin Tan. That's this one. And I'm also reading Joanna Lindsay's Hearts Aflame, which is a Viking historical romance. But the last sprint, I did not read anything. I played Tony Hawk and watched Friends because that's just the night I'm having What are you guys reading for everyone?
I'm reading The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. So I always struggle with this title, but there's so many titles that are like similar to it. So I always
Yes.
mix it up.
I'm reading Hench by Natalie Zena Walshot. I think that's how you say her last name.
Which is like a sci-fi thriller type-esque.
Yeah, super
genre
villain kind of
maker.
thing. Yeah, it's fun.
If I read on the next sprint, I'm going to be reading The Butcher and the Run, which is a
Ooh.
thriller.
I've heard mixed reviews on that one.
Yeah, same.
How are you feeling about that?
I haven't started it, so.
Oh, okay. Still didn't read because Storygraph has made me obsessed with lists. Y'all, listen, I fucking love a list.
I love the Storygraph.
I love lists. I love,
too.
Honestly, if y'all want to know what I do, like, you don't probably want to know, but like what I do, like after my night skin routine and all of that, I get into bed, and if I might do a little bit of Kindle reading, either on my Kindle or my phone or whatever, and then after that, the last thing I do before bed every single night with the lights out, I go through my Goodreads. What do you call that? Like the main page with everyone's updates. What do you call that?
Yeah,
feed.
the feed.
The feed, yeah, like my Goodreads feed. I go through my Goodreads feed and see what everyone else has been reading and like all the books and see if there's anything I'm missing out. Like I want to know all the things and all the lists on the books. That is like my little good night routine. Just joining reading Are Prisons Obsolete? Is this a nonfiction? Yes, we are going to be doing one more sprint. I'm reading Garden of Serpents, but I'm over. Oh, I'm sorry. Oops. Yeah, she's freaking awesome. Lexi's the best. She just hit 1K too. Everyone congratulate her because I was so excited for that.
Me too.
I can literally only read what I'm in the mood to read. I think, Kristen, you just hit 1K too.
I did, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yesterday. Yeah.
That's so
I can literally only read what I'm in the mood to read. Yeah. I feel this because I do a TBR game every month, but I allow myself to change out the books I say I'm going to read to just as long as I fulfill the prompts. And even so, I'm like, as long as I fulfill like 70% of the prompts, I don't do punishments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The TBR game and the TBR video are for fun because I like this. They're not to stress me out or anyone else out on what I'm actually going to do. It's just for fun because I think I like to watch TBR videos. I don't care if the person actually reads all of the books on the TBR video.
Yeah.
I like to watch it to see what does the person at that time want to read.
Me too.
You
I
could
don't remember
also
what you said by the end of the month.
What? Lexi?
Oh, you could also like pick 2 or 3 for each prompt and then pick from those throughout the month.
I could, and it's something. But the thing is that I feel like it would be so long of a video if I did that. So, and I've thought about that, and sometimes I'll say like, or I might read this or that, but I don't do that like all the way through because, and I guess it depends too because sometimes because the way my board is set up, I could end up with like 15 books. You know what I'm saying?
It took like this month when I did it for like we read November or knocked out November. I mean, it made editing so much more difficult. Like my video was so much longer because I was talking about so many more books. Like it was awful to edit. I was like, I am not doing this again.
It can be a lot. 2 chapters left of Mercy by Sarah Kate. Nice. Is that the second or third book in that series? I'm behind on comments. Okay. Sarah Kate. Yeah. Sarah Kate's awesome. I read Praise. I liked it. I had some personal issues with the way she represented dom-sub relationships. I got kind of annoyed that like a safe word didn't get incorporated into like 80% of the book. that kind of bugged me, but everything in terms of it, as a fiction book and everything like that, I enjoyed. I just kind of got a little irked by that. But other than that, I really enjoyed it. I think my friend is getting Throne of Glass for me for, ooh. I'm wanting actually the whole box set. I might have my husband get that for me for Christmas because I actually want to read the whole thing as soon as I can. Prisons is nonfiction, very interesting and short. Awesome. I think a lot of people could be, including myself. I would love to read more on our prison system, and there's a lot of issues in that. So I think that's a wonderful thing to read up on. Six of Crows, chapter 31. Hoping to finish it tonight. Awesome. I hope you're enjoying it. Lists are making my brain happy right now. They always make my brain happy. Lists are therapy. Oh my gosh. 23 books in 19 days.
That's crazy.
You're amazing.
That's awesome.
Oh, I saw your challenge picture, and yeah, there was I didn't count how many books on there. I just saw that there was a whole flippin' lot. You're amazing. Hey, how are you doing? Invisible Library. Yes, we are. We're doing one more sprint. Fourth book by this is the one about the future ex-boyfriend. Okay, first book. Okay. Awesome. So if you guys want to, we can do one more sprint, and I'm thinking we do this one until I guess 50. Would 50 be? Do you guys want to do 50 or 10 or the hour? Let me know.
I'm good with either.
Doesn't matter to me.
We can do 50 or the hour. So let us know. Do you guys want a longer sprint or a shorter sprint? Because I'm okay with either. So let's just go ahead and do the hour, because honestly, at this point, that's just over 45 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just do long sprint. Okay. Thanks, Kiki. Let's just go ahead and do, I'm gonna have to get this oh my gosh, are you guys gonna hear this? It's insisting I listen to this advertisement. So oh, you know what? Here we go. This should be good. Okay. I don't know what happened with that. I think it went to the other video. So we will go ahead and sprint to the hour, and we will see you guys in 45 minutes. How did we do?
I finished my book.
Oh, you did.
I loved it. I gave it 4.5 stars. So
Okay, I really want to binge this series.
I'm going right into Throne of Glass.
So if I don't start with Assassin's Blade, I'm trying to figure out if I should do like maybe read. I think I'm going to read Assassin's Blade after the second book,
That's a good idea.
just so I can get some momentum.
And that's a good idea because, like, for me, like, they just explained like why she's is where she is at right now, and so I have like the whole backstory. Like, this whole novel pretty much is backing up on how she gets to where she is in that first book. So, like, I feel like going in, like, I have a pretty good knowledge of like kind of what's going on.
I think I'm going to end up binge reading Throne of Glass tomorrow.
Nice.
Because I read so much of Daughter of the Moon Goddess today, and I haven't read much today because I read literally like 250 pages yesterday of Daughter of the Forest, and that kind of put me into like a not wanting to read a whole bunch kind of mood because it was such an intense book that was flipping amazing. By the way, Rye, you need to read this book. Kristen, have you read this book?
No, but I've been recommended it many times. That's Juliette Marillier, right?
Yes, and I was recommended it over and over, and I put it off for a very long time because I felt so much hype for it for my kind of reading taste, which is very similar to your type of reading taste, Kristen, and kind of similar, Rye, to yours too. And it is a slow going in the beginning, but the fulfillment at the end, like, it's gonna probably be in my top 5 of the year.
I'm gonna put it on my Goodreads, and I ended up actually being able to count this first step or like the third task because there is a romance. I mean, it's not major, but there is technically a romance in it, so I'm gonna count it.
Which is huh?
I counted every value break by Peter Swanson for the romance because, like,
that is great.
I didn't say it has to be like a major component. I just said it has to be in it.
Yeah, and like, it's a thriller, so like you know how that goes. But I don't read really any romance, so like.
But there are so many books that aren't like a romance book that have technically, if you're talking about a romantic relationship just in general being in it, it counts. And that's why I set up the prompts the way I did, was so that so many different people with different reading tastes could try to mood read and at least get one prompt per step. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was gonna read Mistakes Were Made after this, but I'm just gonna go right into Throne of Glass. So
I'm excited because we can kind of buddy read it.
Yeah.
Because I'm a third. Let me see. Is it a third? My Kindle's waking up. 134. Yeah, I'm 34%. So yeah, I'm a third. Yeah. This is giving me less dystopian, more fantasy, but it's giving me what is it, Red Queen, which you liked, Victoria Aveyard.
Oh my god, it's one of my favorite series of all time.
So. It's giving me a little bit of those vibes.
Ooh, okay.
But not dystopian. Like not that.
Not that.
I don't know why it's giving me those vibes. Maybe it's because it's like an older fantasy romance. Fantasy not that there's romance yet, but that kind of
what you're saying.
You know? So
nice.
I'm excited to continue. Kristen, how did you do?
I think I read about 50 pages, and I realized that the main character's last name is Voldemort spelled backwards. I don't know how I feel about that, but that was something I realized. But not much is happening. Not much is happening, but that was like, I was like, weird. So I don't know if that's like telling me something. Don't know.
That's cool. Lexi, how about you?
I got my video edited and it is currently uploading. So that's like the whole sprint.
You'll have to let me know how well your video uploads to YouTube because I'm
Yeah.
still at 91%.
I've had to like take it down and redo it before.
Right, you might wanna or restart. Have you? Well, you can't restart your computer because you're in sprints.
No, I'm gonna try. I don't really. I have all of like the information filled out, like all the description,
Oh.
like everything's already done, and it's already at 91%. So I want to see if I can leave it overnight and it will upload. But
Well,
I don't
do
know.
you ever just because what I do for my description is I have a copy and paste and I keep my description in my notes on my phone.
Yeah, that's what I should do. If I have to delete it, that's what I will do. I have,
Yeah,
like, all the
so I
tags
don't
and
have to keep copying pasting my Instagram, my Goodreads.
Yeah, that I usually copy and paste. I always put like a little description of the video, so I'm just gonna copy and paste that part so I don't have to redo it again.
Yeah.
There's a way to set that up in YouTube where your description's the same every time you upload a video.
Yes, I know. I need to figure out how to do it.
We just told this. I just set that up recently.
Wait,
Somebody
there's
told
a
me
way
that
to
the
do
other day.
that?
Yeah, so when I upload a video, my whole description's already up there. So I don't have to do anything except
How
write
do you
in.
do that?
Oh, I'll have to look at the YouTube
Please
studio.
DM me.
Yeah.
You can DM me like a screenshot of what I click on to do that.
Michelle told me that existed, but I can't figure it out.
It does. I will try. It took me a while to figure out too. I will show you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll find it and send it to you.
Lexi, do you want to give us a sneak peek of what the video is?
Oh, for tomorrow, it is pretty much, I'm not reacting to the Goodreads Choice Awards, but I'm just going through and saying what I have read and like what I'm planning on reading still, and also letting people vote on one they want to see me read, and then I'll do a vlog where I read the top 3 votes.
That's awesome.
Oh,
I was shocked that Riley Sager wasn't on it, even though I get that he didn't hit the cutoff for the rating, but I didn't know that at the time, and I was like, I
am offended that The Last Housewife is not on there. Offended.
Yes.
Oh, it's that. I didn't notice that.
Did it not did it not meet the requirements?
I don't know what the requirements are, honestly.
It's 3.5, I thought.
There's a rating requirement, but I don't know what the saves requirement or the number of read requirement.
So it should be.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know.
That was definitely, that's going to be in my top 10 of the year. And it's the only thriller that's in my top 10 of the year. So that should say something. That's the best thriller I've read this year.
I love that book.
And I didn't even think about that. I didn't expect it to be in it, maybe too, because it's like a popularity it's like who's the most popular thriller writers, and we'll just
I just see that one so much on Instagram, but also like I follow people who read books like me, so
I feel like it's so chunky, and I feel like for a thriller horror like thriller book, like it is a big book, and I feel like when you go to The Last Housewife is bigger than I feel like most thrillers are.
Yeah, it's kind of long.
I didn't even think about that.
Did the last book? Was your last book nominated? Because everybody talked about that one.
I don't remember. But that one was really popular.
I think it was.
I mean, it's under 400 pages, and I guess a lot of thrillers are more like 300 page mark.
Yeah, they're usually like, I would say 320 maybe is the average.
Yeah, I feel like for a thriller novel, it was pretty long.
But it had reason to be.
Oh, agree. Yeah.
Ryan, what did you rate it?
I gave it 4 stars. I liked it. I just got bored. Kind of the structure of the story I felt was so repetitive, like the same event, like order of things. So that was my biggest complaint about it. But I enjoyed it.
I'm trying to figure out what video to film tomorrow, and I'm either going to be doing a tarot card recommends or my TBR game recommends. You guys have thoughts on that?
No, I struggle thinking of sit-down video ideas.
I think both of them sound cool.
Mhm.
I'm trying to get to where we left off.
Also, my video is processing now. Like, it's uploaded. And it's 20 something, 22 minutes. It's
Okay.
maybe 18 to 20 minutes or
I don't
something.
understand. It says 9 minutes are left, and it's been that since forever.
Sometimes it's just like
I know. It's so weird.
90%, 108, 5 pages. Awesome. 7 pages. 74% into things we never got over. 8 pages left. Oh, awesome. I'm in the middle of both Throne of Glass and Assassin's Blade. Oh.
I've heard people do that too because like certain stories have certain characters from other books, so they won't read like that story until those characters are in that book.
Yeah. Daughter of the Forest is flipping amazing. It's heart-wrenching though and really dark. And there's definitely times where it's hard to read. It's definitely it's hard to read at times, that's for sure. Read about 80 pages during that sprint, almost done with The Man Who Died Twice. Why did he die twice?
I think that's Frederick Bachman.
155 of Invisible Library. Yeah, Daughter of the Forest is flipping awesome. And that was my third ever Juliette Merle book that I've read. Until this one. Oh, shoot. I can't remember the name of it. The one that's like the 12 Dancing Princesses remake.
I can't think of the title, but I know what you're talking about.
Wildwood Dancing. I think that's the name of it, Wildwood Dancing. That was my favorite. But this is not my favorite Juliette Merle. Right, I think you would like it.
I put it on my Goodreads, so hopefully.
It's slow though, so you have to be ready for it to be like a slower paced book.
Okay.
But it definitely has a plot. But it's just a very slow paced plot.
Okay, that's good to know.
Finished my 2023 reading list, only making one more when some end of year content comes out.
Sherry, are we friends on the Storygraph? Just curious.
Prince of Darkness as royalty. I would say so. I've never read it, but I mean there's Prince in the name, so my thinking is if you go into it thinking it's royalty, then it counts. Like I remember when I was posting about book recommendations, I recommended Once Upon a Dream for all 350 points for the first step. But I didn't realize until afterwards that technically there is no royalty in it, though there is a vice president in it. And I still would say it would count because if you go into it thinking that it's royalty and it's a retelling of fairy tales that have royalty in them, then you would think, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
2 hours left of The White Horse. Think I'm going to stay up and finish it. Awesome. I've not heard of that.
It's horror.
Okay.
It was the book of the month one for November.
Okay. So close to my book. Just got to the conflict, so I know I'm almost done. Awesome. I'm reading Throne of Glass, Daughter of the Moon Goddess, and Hearts of Flame. This is why I'm so sad write-ins aren't a thing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The thing with the write-ins, though, too, is that they never got to this next round.
Yeah.
I wrote in Ray Bearer the one year and it got to the second round.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
It's just maybe just not super common.
No, I don't think it is.
Yeah, and I think it's more work for them too. So they're probably like, well, if we cut out this step, I feel like they should have write-in nominees before, like, they
Anything.
announce the 10
The
or the
10.
first 20.
Yeah.
You
Like,
would think. You would definitely think that that would make more sense, right?
yeah.
Or would like authors just do a campaign to get everybody to vote right in their books? I don't know.
Well,
That's part of it.
yeah.
Maybe. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have Storyograph. Or
You
is it
don't?
Storyograph or Storygraph?
Story.
Okay, Storygraph. I don't have it.
There's plenty of stats, and it's great. It's a great
Yeah,
time.
it's good.
I just get like freaked out about the transfer situation.
It's so easy. Like, there's a place where you can export stuff on Goodreads, and then there's just like, you just have to upload that file into the Storygraph in a certain spot, and they do everything.
I'm gonna have to look into it. Well, I hope you guys had a good time tonight.
Thanks
I
for
hope you
having me.
Yeah.
I don't know when the next sprints are. I think possibly Monday. I'm gonna have to look, but just stay tuned on the Discord. First, the future sprints on Once Upon a Readathon Discord. I'm getting tongue tied right now. So just stay tuned, and thank you guys for coming. We will see you guys soon.